Hello everybody. Ooh, what a rainy and a cold night, isn't that? Anyway, today I will share with you an interesting dynamic that has to be with cards. As you can see, today the main focus of the activity is on developing writing skills, but it's also good for developing listening and also for practicing past tenses, which means grammar and descriptive vocabulary too. The activity should work at most levels above elementary, as long as students have some knowledge of past tenses, but it works best when they are also know past continuous and progressive too. The listening part comes first, but before this, we have to familiarize them with the material, the shape and the name of the cards. In this case, as we can see, they are made of cardboard. They seem little rectangles, and the name, at least one of the most important of the poker, is number 1, the Joker, number 2, the King, number 3, the Queen, number 4, the Jack, number 5, the Ace. Then we have to present a new vocabulary about the items of the game to the players. In this case, the vocabulary is on the board. Vocabulary related to cards. First of all, we have a deck of cards. It means a pack of cards. And as we can appreciate, this is a deck of cards. Then we have a verb, to shuffle. Literally, to shuffle means to mix. And to mix is an interesting activity that all students can develop and can do as many times as they want. Next verb is to withdraw. To withdraw refers to take cards from the deck. I'm taking 4 cards because the students will be asked to withdraw 4 cards later. Then we have suit of cards. It literally means the class of the cards. As we can see in this colorful poker, we have 4 classes or 4 suit of cards. Number 1 is the Ace of Hearts. Number 2, the Ace of Diamonds. Number 3, the Ace of Spades. And finally, number 4, the Ace of Clubbers. And then our last word of vocabulary is a hand of cards. A hand of cards, it's related to the ones you have chosen previously, you have withdrawn previously. As you can see, they are in my hand, so that's why they are a hand of cards. Interesting, isn't that? Then, as a practice for listening, teacher has to elaborate a sequence of commands which student must follow accurately. First of all, students have to shuffle the cards as many times as possible. And as we have seen, to shuffle the cards is an entertaining activity. Then, once they have done this, students, one by one, have to withdraw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like this. Then we have to demand them to analyze their cards and to choose one that will be interchanged between the players. In my case, I think it would be this card. So, this is the one that would be mine. Okay. Next, we have to ask them to select their best card and to describe it aloud so the other player can guess what is it about. In this case, I think the best one of my cards is this one. I have to describe. It is it is an old man with a lot of spades. It could have a kingdom, so obviously they would know that I'm talking about the king of spades. After the brief description, students are ready for writing. So, we have to request them to elaborate a short narrative using the 4 cards as reference for completing the task. They must be creative and will have to establish relationships between the class of cards and functional idea. Now, dictate the following sentence to your students. It was a dark and stormy night, and you have to stop at this point. And obviously, you have to ask them to continue the story or the lines. So, of course, they have to think and they have to be creative. I don't know. They have to wait or to share experience. I don't know. It would be interesting. Then you have to continue with this until you decide that the students are starting to lose interest or have written enough, and then tell them to finish the story. Of course, there's the best part of the activity, the follow-up. You have to put the stories around the class and get students to read it aloud, and also to decide which one is the best. Then you have to give each group of students a different story in order them to try to find and correct errors. That's interesting, isn't that? Of course, this activity is quite funny and creative and always work well with both with adults and younger students. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it will be functional for you. See you soon.